1 second, we'll go to you, Ray. We're not live yet. Guys, welcome to the I Love CVille show. It's Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. We're live in Charlottesville, the Commonwealth, the country, and the world on the I Love CVille network. My name is Jerry Miller. It's great to connect with you through the platform and be a voice of positivity and hope. I love to live life, and I love to be around my friends and my family and people that I just find joy from and I learn from. And today is just like it's been for a couple of weeks. It's tough. Because like my friend Ray, who's going to join us in T-minus 30 seconds or so, Ray Caddell, some of us are social butterflies, and I thrive off the energy in Charlottesville. I thrive off the energy of the people I come across in life. So we're going to be the best versions of ourselves and use the resources we have at our disposal on this April 1, 2020, and that, guys, is a Skype digital show, and it's the I Love CVille show. Judah Wickhauer, you're our director, my friend. Why don't we get Ray Caddell on the Dominion Custom Homes hotline? This guy, a husband, a father, a talented barber, a lover of Charlottesville, a man who's passionate about great classic cars, a guy who's got style, a guy who's an evangelist of the community. Ray Caddell, welcome to the community. Welcome to the show. My friend, good afternoon. How are you?
What's up, Jerry?
How's it going?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know you. How about you introduce, if you can, if you'd be so willing, who is Ray Caddell to the folks that are watching the show?
Hi, everybody. I'm Ray. I live here in Charlottesville with my wife and my daughter, Luna. She's 2 years old, my daughter. We've been here in Charlottesville since '06, I believe. Both of us, my wife and I, we grew up out in Greene County. We went to high school out there at William Monroe. But we've been together and living out here since '06. Both of us work here in town, work close to the house. We live on the north side of town. We try to keep it local as possible. We really enjoy eating local and shopping local and supporting small local business, as I am one and work for one myself. So that's something that we try to keep really important to us. You mentioned earlier being a social butterfly. I think a lot of us here in Charlottesville, that's something that we could appreciate about our little town. It's easy to do that. It's easy to stroll the mall and see a bunch of friends and familiar faces and at the parks with the kids, and we're all missing that right now. It's kind of a unique scenario, obviously, but everybody's going through it. We're all dealing with it together, and I'm currently trying to stay optimistic and trying to make the best of it.
Well said. Well said. Ray Caddell on the Dominion Custom Homes hotline. This guy's got a perspective that's worth listening to. All right, how about this from a dad standpoint? How old is your daughter?
She's 2.
Okay, my kid just turned 2 too. So we got 2 2-year-olds. We're in the thick, man. Every day is a different day, and every day is a different day because we're not sure how they're going to wake up from bed and what their mood's going to be for that particular day. At least that's how it is for me.
That's absolutely how it is over here.
Okay. So, homie, throw this question to you. Social distancing and effing quarantining with a 2-year-old, wife, and a dog. You have 1 dog, I have 2 dogs. Walk me through that, my dude.
I'm really fortunate. I'm really fortunate that my wife is, she's obviously the pillar in the household. I think most of us, if we're honest with ourselves and everybody else, I think that's easy to say. It's easy for me to say. So, she's gold. She's always the rock around here. And, I want to do as good as I can for my family at all times. I think being a provider and being like the man of the house, I think that's something that we naturally want to do. But me personally, I'm working often. So the times that I do get with my daughter, they're invaluable to me. You know what I mean? It's priceless. But it has been a new change of pace with Dad being home all day.
Right.
It's cool because so far, I think she's enjoying it. I think she's enjoying it so far. She's missing her grandparents right now with the quarantine thing. We've been doing a lot of FaceTime, and it goes without saying that her grandparents are missing her tremendously. That's been the negative we've seen with her so far. But other than that, man, we've been on the patio a lot and doing arts and crafts and getting muddy, and she's digging up worms, and we're doing everything we can to keep her occupied right now. So far so good. Ask me again in a little while.
I was gonna say, dude. I was gonna say, you handled that question so well, Ray Caddell. Ray Caddell, our guest. Also, Mrs. Miller, if you're watching, you are the pillar and the rock of our family as well. You got some homies watching the program right now. Melinda Stargell from Moose is watching right now. Justin Toff, your boy David Morris, Jay Wyatt watching the program. Stephanie Rhodes, James Watson
from Moose's. I want to take just a second not to get like super dismal, but Charlottesville lost somebody really great the other day.
Zach Palmer.
Zach Palmer's a really good person, and we're going to miss him tremendously. So I just wanted to take a second and say we love you, man, and we'll all keep thinking about you and wishing your family the absolute best, and we're gonna miss you, man.
Amen. Tell us about Zach Palmer.
Zach's a good dude, man. He's a client of mine and a buddy. We share some close mutual friends, and he's a young guy. Nobody wants to see anybody like that, man. But Zach's a genuinely good person, and as much into the community as you are, myself, a lot of our friends. Zach was that guy too. So again, we're gonna miss you, Zach.
Amen. Donnell Hopkins, welcome to the program. Todd Proctor, welcome to the show. Hop's watching right now. Hop cut some of those dreads, I believe, for a good cause. Correct me if I'm wrong on the thread here, Hop. He's giving you some props, Ray. I'm gonna throw this to you, homie. Talk to us about the shop, the barber shop. What's going down? Obviously, we're on ice right now. Like every business out there is on ice right now. What's the mood? What's the vibe? What's the energy? What's the chatter on the text chain?
Shout out to Will and Yolanda Jones, owners of His Image. That's where I work myself, along with 4 of the other most talented barbers in the city. Will and Yolanda just finished this nice new renovation at our shop too. It looks beautiful in there, and the compliments we've been getting from everybody about how the space looks now is like it's awesome to hear. And along with everybody else, we're sharing the same feelings. It's kind of crushing not to be able to wake up and go do what you do. To a lot of people, your job's not just your job. It's not like a punch in, punch out type scenario. My job is not like that. I enjoy my job, not just like cutting hair, but I enjoy people. I enjoy people like you enjoy people, and I'm missing that. I'm missing the camaraderie with my guys in the shop. I'm missing seeing Miss Yolanda and her friends down the hall, and it's tough. We're trying to stay optimistic, but there's so much social aspect to what we do that it's making me miss it even more. It's not just the financial strain that this is going to put on people that work in the industry like us.
Yep.
I'm personally missing more than that at the moment. The longer this goes on, I guarantee the money side of things is going to catch up to the feelings and the social aspect as well.
Definitely. So what's the plan there? I mean, do you envision an environment where the industry goes potentially even more one-on-one, where some folks of your talent go to the client and then bill for the travel?
If you want me to be completely honest, I don't think that's advantageous to what we're trying to do right now at all.
Yeah.
If in theory, as far as social distancing goes, I can control the environment in my little corner at the barber shop,
Uh-huh.
much more so than I can control the environment, getting in and out of my car all day, going to see clients at their homes, offices, places of work, et cetera, et cetera. That's throwing so many more variables into the mix.
Well said.
If we're trying to distance from each other and we want to do a one-on-one scenario, I know for a fact that I can be disinfecting things, that I can have clean gloves on, that I can have a mask on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You lose all of that as soon as you're bouncing in and out of apartments all day and running to people's homes and cutting out of garages and this, that, and the third. And that's exactly what's going to happen to the industry. As hard as this is for everybody, everybody's not going to sit still.
No.
That's crazy. It's not going to happen. I'm proud of Will and Yolanda headed this thing big time with our shop. They took it very seriously. They've been quarantining. Some of us, it took a little bit longer, like maybe until the governor told us to stop. But we've been trying to societally do what is right now. But how long can that realistically last?
I mean, dude, I'm struggling with that one. And here's what I mean. Obviously, like you, we've given a lot of thought. I mean, how long can we close the world and expect the world to be like it was when we closed it when we return?
I'm not sure.
You think about this?
I'm not sure if that's feasible. I'm not sure if that's like even possible.
Like, what's going to happen, homie? And I've always said this, and we've always talked about this. We've always gotten like nuanced and deep with the conversation. I mean, you think about stuff like this is like when we get on the other side of this coronavirus tunnel, Ray, are we going to go back to like us and our better halves going to like Continental Divide and being elbow to elbow next to people drinking margaritas and eating nachos, going to his Image barbershop, waiting in the chairs for like your chair to open up, and you got clients that are giving you props right now. David Lax says that you're the go-to man in Charlottesville for haircuts. You got a lot of barbers watching the program right now. Here's what I'm going to throw to you, and I'm going to get out of your way. When we're on the other side of this shit, are we going to go to Continental Divide and be elbow to elbow eating burritos? Will we go to his Image barbershop, be elbow to elbow waiting for a haircut? Will we go to effing Wegmans and wait in the takeout line next to each other? You know what I'm saying? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I have. I think a big part of me, keep it small for a second. Let's just say CVille.
Okay.
Talk about Charlottesville. A pretty small place that has a habit of wanting to project progressiveness. I'm not going to say progressive or not, but wanting to project progressiveness. I would love to think that it's possible that in our small community we could stay mindful about what everybody has just gone through, and that's a variable there. Everybody is going through this. This isn't like a huge thing that touched a lot of people. This is affecting everybody. So with it fresh in everybody's mind, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that we stay like a little more conscious. We take some small precautions into our more daily routines that we had not prior. In the industry we work in, I'd say 40% of my barber college was keeping people clean and safe. Like, we don't have autoclaves like a hospital, but other than that, it's a pretty sterile environment. That's how we were all brought up into cutting hair. So we added steps to our process once this all started. Even in a clean, what I would consider a spotless environment, even us started upping that level. So that's goes into what you're saying is like we're trying to be mindful. We don't want to go through this every year. We don't want to go through this multiple times in our lifetime. We don't want to go through, like, I'm as sick of this as anybody else. So I'm trying to do what we think is best and what what we're learning is going to help combat this thing.
Love it. Love it. Ray Caddell on the Dominion Custom Homes Hotline. You're getting props from Todd Proctor. Todd Proctor says Ray Caddell is a great man. Ray is exactly right when he says that people in his industry or in my industry, the social aspect, the people, that's a huge part. It's not just a job with the clock being punched. It's a way of life. Jake McLean, welcome to the program. Dr. Overbay, welcome to the show. Johnny Pritzloff, welcome to the show. A lot of places I want to go here. How about this? How about as a father? Now, we're fortunate in that your daughter and my son are 2. But, like, think about this shit. It's like senior year in high school, missing your prom or missing your graduation, college, missing graduation, all of second semester, all of, like, the nuance that comes with being, like, social and interacting, whether from, like, 3 all the way up. I mean, that's another thing, man, is like a dad and having like this different perspective now where it's not just about me, it's now about my kid and my wife here. It's like I think about things differently, and like a senior not going to prom and then graduation, that's impactful to life.
I didn't take the college route. So I joke with young kids that I cut all the time that like I'm the old guy now that gets to tell people high school was awesome.
Yeah, you're an old man, dude.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed high school. I enjoyed the social aspect of high school. And those things you're mentioning now, prom and those last parties as a senior, everybody linking up together, and graduation and heading off to beach week together. And those were I'm gonna be 34 on Saturday, and those are still like monumental memories. Like those were important chunks of my life. So yeah, man, I empathize big time with these kids. Big time. I can't even imagine. And then you got like the athletes.
Clients of yours. Some of them.
Oh, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's because what advice do you have for a young kid that sometimes chats you up for advice? What advice do you have in a scenario like this? I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? I have no idea what's going on. None of it. Right. This is different. I was being naively optimistic. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that publicly. I was being naively optimistic 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago. Not like I'm not I don't conspiracy theory and all that stuff. But I was being naively optimistic, and one of the first things that made me like really like, whoa.
What was it?
The NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
The tournament, man. I don't know if it's sports or like what, or the money involved, all of those athletes, all those families, all those coaches, all those schools, et cetera, et cetera. For some reason, when that happened, I was like, whoa, this is bad. Like, this is really... That might sound ridiculous.
No. I was the same way, dude. If like corporate America is going to sidestep billions with a B dollars, this shit is real.
Yeah. That's the first thing I did. I got on Google and I was like, how much money does the NCAA tournament make? Because who's skipping $750 million? Right. Who's shutting that down? And that happened. And now here we are.
Let me throw this to you. You're crushing this, dude. You enjoy this. I can tell, don't you? You're crushing this.
Other than not cutting hair right now, this is what I do.
All right. I'm going to throw this to you, Ray Caddell. And let me give you some props here to give you even more confidence. You're getting props from people. Donnell Hopkins says, Ray, I miss you on the mat, homie. And then Ian McCormick and other folks are giving you some props right now. Okay, let me throw this to you here, okay? You said, okay, and I totally respect, I think, where you're going to go with this here. You said Charlottesville wants to be a progressive city. Okay, so I'm going to let you go anywhere you want with that and apply it in any way you want. I'm curious of how a progressive city or somebody that wants to embody the image or the brand may not always, and frankly, does not always back it up. We know that's the case. But how does a city that wants to be progressive, how should they handle the coronavirus? How should they handle moving forward?
Uh, I'm not. I'm not a city official, nor am I a doctor or scientist or anything like that. But there's obviously going to be strides made uh, in how to combat this thing, how to deal with it, how to keep it at bay, how to remain safe, how to not be, you know, continuing to carry this on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, if we something progressive right now, like the parks are shut down. Like somebody told us the other day, Riverview was shut down. Um, None of these things are fun. Like thinking of Dart and Towel shut down is not fun. Thinking of one of the things we all love the most about Charlottesville, the downtown mall, the pedestrian mall. If you shut that down to pedestrians right now, it's gonna murder. It's gonna murder business for so many people, and that makes me cringe thinking about it. But it also makes me cringe thinking about how we're stuck at home, Skyping each other right now. That also sucks.
Yeah.
So, how much of this do we have to do so we can get people back on the mall and back having soccer games at Darden and back at, you know what I mean? I think if officials tighten things up a little bit for a little while, I was looking forward to concerts here in town. I had a show I was going to at the National this week in Richmond. The Pavilion coming up in May. It crushes me to think about all of us missing those times that we like work hard for, look forward to. But I would also, more so than missing a concert or two or three or four or a summer of fun, I would hate for this to just be life now. Like this can't be it. What we're doing right now. And I think if Charlottesville takes it pretty seriously, we could be a good example for the area, for Central Virginia. We could be a good example. Some of the more rural areas around here, it might be a little more difficult to keep people inside, to keep people adhering to things. When you get a little more spread out like that, I think that whole "I'm gonna do me" thing is a little bit stronger, and there's more potential for a sense of community and a sense of, hey, let's just do it like this for a little while and try to get back to normal. And I'm hoping that's the angle they take.
I love it. Dude, you crushed this interview. Here's the hardest question I'm gonna ask you. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Dude, how do you have the freshest beard in Charlottesville, dude? It is so fresh right now and on point.
I know a lot of fresh beard. As a barber, I don't look at my beard like that. I look at my clients' beards like that. I can name 10 of the dopest beards in Charlottesville off the top of my head. We're not gonna not bring this up though. Now that I'm public, one of the best beards in Charlottesville just retired the other day. It's gone.
Who?
I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it live. I'm gonna say it live on iHeart.
Please.
With Terry Miller. William
Oh,
Jones.
I saw that on Facebook, dude. He looked like a completely different man.
William Jones shaved his beard.
Yeah. Judah, can we get William Jones photos on screen? I'm going to ask our director. I'm going to put him in the hotspot to see if we can get photos on screen. Can you go to his Facebook page, William Jones III?
My man.
All right, give me a minute.
Cut his beard off. And we spoke about it, and I understand it. Like why he did it, like as a man. I get it. That doesn't mean like I'm used to it yet, because I'm not used to the idea, because we're not seeing each other every day, because we're quarantining. So he was one of my beard inspirations 10 years ago.
Dude, his beard is so fresh, and he's come on this show, and dude, our director, Judah, is literally putting the photos on screen, and he's going to give us the heads up, and this is the influence that the talented Ray Caddell has here on the I Love CVille show. Oh, William Jones III. Yes, sir. I'll get him on screen. I'll send you photos via text. Ray, when you saw it on Facebook and William clean shaven, what was going through your mind?
So a lot of things happen simultaneously, and I'm sure a lot of people listening, and yourself included, you got that core group of homies that have like a group chat. This was all happening simultaneously. So I'm sure within minutes, one of us saw the photo. Now it's in the group chat. I'm seeing group chat. I'm checking photo. we're making celebrity lookalike comparisons. We're doing.
Who is the celebrity lookalike? Who is the celebrity lookalike?
Yo, what's that? Hold on, I gotta look up his name again. The dude from the 5 Heartbeats, Michael. Dang man, Michael. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Please do.
He's on screen.
He's on screen right now. The recently clean shaved William Jones is on screen right now. Ray Caddell.
Not the clean shaved. I've got the bearded.
We're talking about clean shave. Get the clean shave, Judah.
Okay.
GHT, Michael Wright.
Well, I'll tell you what. William's beard was fresh. You said, why don't we close on this? Here's the really hardest question. You said there was a top 10. What's the top 10 best beards in Charlottesville?
Dude, you put me on the spot.
Dude, the hardest question you get in 2020 right now, baby.
That actually is the hardest question. I'd have to sit there and list them out. I really would. There are some gentlemen doing it all the way right out here. I would like to think that Charlottesville, being a small city, with we are absolutely overrun with talented barbers right now. It is awesome. It's a fun. The men's grooming thing in this little town is like, the bar is high. So I think we got an awesome little pocket for men's facial hair.
We do.
We really do, man. I like to, when I see my work out like in Charlottesville, I call it seeing my work in the wild. And it being a small town, as a barber, we can look and tell who cut other people. And man, I love being downtown and seeing a cut that didn't even come from our shop, but I know who cut it, and I'm like, man, they look great. They look great, man. We have a higher standard of men's grooming here in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Some would say the highest standard at his image.
Well, it's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Ray Caddell.
I'm not talking right now. It's
Ray Caddell is crushing it right now. Blake Dunning watching in Greene County. Your team and your crew is blowing up the stream right now.
Blake's got a great beard.
Blake does that. Didn't he shave it though?
I don't know. It'll grow back in 3 days if it did.
Ray, dude, we got to do this again. You crushed it, dude. The wit is on point today, my friend.
We're stuck in the house, bro. I needed somebody to talk to.
I know. I'm going to hit you up next week. Hey, thank you, homie.
I appreciate
you too. Ray Caddell just crushed it. That whole interview was fire. Give it a like, give it a share on any of the Facebook pages you're watching. I saw William Jones III also get the trim. Judah, you had the before photo of William Jones III. Do we have the after? Did you find it from the Facebook page?
Yeah, let me throw it up here.
Tell me when it's on screen. And Stephanie Rhodes says, hey, Judah. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Stephanie? Stephanie from Interstate Pest and Service Companies. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. We're live on 12 Facebook pages. Thank you, Ray Caddell, for joining us on the program. Josh Mayo is still going to join us. And Andy Rowland are going to join us on the program, Musicians in Charlottesville. We're going to get you, we're going to play some live music this way. We're going to see how that works. That could be live broadcasting at its finest. And Andy Rowland has come a long way with his health after a health scare last year. We had a benefit for him. What's up, Judah? Talk in the mic, man. Let's make it dynamic.
You ready for the photo?
Yeah, get it on screen, dude. Right. Judah Wickhauer is getting it on screen. Tell me when it's on there. So this is the after?
This is clean shaven.
Okay, so this is his image barbershop, one of the most talented, one of the most awesome people in Charlottesville. We were talking about this with Ray Caddell, clean shaven. It's on screen?
Yep.
I love it. I love it. You're looking sharp, William Jones III. Looking young. Looking young, dog. Give him the before then. Give him the before. And then I want to play the video from Ted Norris, who may have the best basement in Charlottesville. He owns his image barbershop. William Jones III, who you're seeing on screen. Do you got before on screen, Judah?
Yeah, I don't even recognize this as the same guy.
Right, but I love it. Sometimes you need a new look, right?
Definitely.
I love it. All right, I want Ted Norris sizzle reel on cue. You got that, Rowland? We'll play that in 10 seconds. Okay, so guys, as we turn this into more of a show format, we're going to take highlights. Like the entire Ray Caddell interview was a highlight from start to finish. It was that damn good. But we're going to take highlights from previous shows. Like yesterday, we had Ted Norris, the master mixologist, bar manager from Mayo restaurant in Midtown. We're trying to do our small part of highlighting the restaurant industry and supporting small businesses. Small business ownership is brutal, and we need to support Charlottesville restaurants and businesses across the board. Well, we had Ted Norris on a Skype call from his man cave. And I have to say, as we're doing this I Love CVille show, and Judah, get that sizzle reel ready to roll here, Ted Norris. As we're doing these interviews via Skype, we are going to bring you the best home offices and basements and rooms around Charlottesville and Central Virginia, kind of like a couch tour. Ted Norris might have taken an early lead and won the championship for Best Man Cave in Charlottesville, Virginia. Now, Ted has a unique style. Dave Morris says Ted Norris is the coolest and best neighbor ever. Dave Morris, I'm about to show you Ted Norris's man cave in Greene County. I'm sure you've already seen it. Ted has his own unique style. He's got some of the best hair in Charlottesville, Virginia. Ted Norris is a handsome dude. Okay? I don't care what you say. Ted Norris is a handsome dude, the bar manager in Charlottesville. You add a Miami Vice nightclub into the man's man cave, this literally looks like a nightclub and a Miami Vice bar. You add that to him, and Ted Norris goes to a completely different level in my book. Judah, you ready to rock and roll with that clip?
That's ready.
Cue it up in 3, 2, 1. I would be very, very, very remiss not to ask you what is going on in this basement. We got constant people hitting me up DM and on the feed here saying that basement is so pimp back there. And it is, dude. It looks like a nightclub. Is it a nightclub?
Look, I got to tell you this. This bar was built for me by a customer of mine from when I used to work at Michael's Bistro. He literally, it's built out of stone. And he said, if you ever want to build a bar, just let me know. He came over to my house for nothing. And built like with the cost of, I paid him money anyway, but he said he didn't want anything. And he built my bar for me out of stone for cost. And this was years ago, but it's it's my
dude. It looks so good. Can I see it again, Ted? Let me see what's back there. It is so cool. You got top shelf booze over there. You got great seats. I love the lighting. I love the brick wall right there.
Oh, that was my work, by the way. I gotta take credit for that.
Very nice, my friend.
That was.
Well, I wish you the best.
But yeah, and I live out in Greene.
Guys, Ted Norris, Man Cave. Epic, Ted. I'm going to bring over a bottle of something brown to Greene and chill with you and get Dave Morris, who's watching right now, and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the Dominion Custom Homes hotline. We're going to see if we can track down Josh Mayo, fabulous singer-songwriter in Charlottesville, Virginia, who is with Andy Rowland. Josh, before we bring you onto the show, make sure you activate that camera. There it is. You guys are looking pimp. Judah Wickhauer, our director. Let's go to the Dominion Custom Homes hotline and welcome Josh Mayo and Andy Rowland to the show. Fellas, what up, dogs? What's the good word? Where are you guys at?
Jerry, I'm getting your image, not theirs.
We're where? Oh, I like it, man. How's it going? Josh, what's the good word? Andy, how you feeling, buddy? Nice. Josh, what's the good word?
Becoming an alcoholic.
Oh, Lord. I like it. I like it. You're gonna try to play some music for us?
Yeah, man, I got a couple songs for you. I got a couple songs.
Josh, are you gonna play some music for us, baby? I love it. I would love to hear you play something for us.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it here.
Go ahead, buddy.
How's it looking, Judah?
Looks good.
I wanna follow some beautiful plan. Wanna let go of my sorrow. Turn the radio on again and just drive. Baby, maybe we'll fly feel free again. Well, she makes you feel more than you're used to. And she'll make you feel beautiful, no matter how she treats you. And she'll make you wonder if you're the one who will keep her when the sun goes down. I want you to be by you when the sun goes down. I want to be right by you, girl. So can we share the night together? We're coming on too strong. I'm sorry, babe, but I just want to make it better for me and you when the sun goes down.
Beautiful.
But I want to be by you when the sun goes down. I want to be right by you, babe.
Woo! Josh Mayo, I love it, baby. Hey, you got a message from your beautiful better half. Jeannie says, "I love you, my husband."
Oh, love you too, wifey. Yeah, Florida
I love
right
it. All right,
now.
let's get Andy in the mix. Andy, what's a good word, baby?
Come on,
What's a
Andy.
good word? How you living?
I'm living
Yeah?
good. Yeah, I'm
Dude,
okay.
How about the outpouring of support you got for that benefit at Rapture?
I'm so happy of everybody being so supportive. I'm working my way back to you, babe.
I love it. I love it. Andy, we wish you the best. Love
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Love you. Josh, you're a good man. Before we let you go, give us some upbeat. Give us 30 seconds, 40 seconds of something upbeat, baby. Yeah,
Something
make us feel
upbeat?
good.
Okay.
You got a gift, baby.
Yeah. Lately I've been dreaming. I've been thinking about my day. And I've been planning the way and a day to get to see Jerry Miller and all of you today. Hey, take care, CVille. We love you. Stay sharp, stay clean, stay
Love
sanitized.
it. We love you, Josh Mayo.
Later, Jerry.
Josh Mayo, guys. Josh Mayo crushing it on the I Love CVille show. First live music being played on the I Love CVille show. And there you see Andy Rowland. Gave you an update on a guy who is a star in the music category here in Charlottesville. A personality that's larger than life itself, and Andy Rowland. We love some Andy Rowland. Judah, I got 2 sizzle reels to go, 2 highlight reels that I want to talk about. I want to talk about, and Judah, I'm going to get you on the mic right now, my friend. Aaron Lunsford, the talented musician, lyricist, vocalist, singer-songwriter, was on the program yesterday. Judah, did you remember her? I was impressed with her. Do you?
I liked having her.
Yeah, she was fantastic. What's not to like about Aaron Lunsford? She was talking about one of her songs. What kind of love was it?
Unrequited.
Unrequited love. Anybody watching the program now on 12 Facebook pages, do you know what unrequited love is? Well, Judah's queuing up a sizzle reel from Aaron Lunsford. She joined us on the program yesterday. She has an album release, and she educated me on unrequited love. I'm not sure if someone as talented, as beautiful, as absolutely fantastic as Aaron Lunsford has ever had unrequited love, but she gave us the scoop on the I Love CVille show. Even more exciting about yesterday's interview is we've booked a repeat performance with Aaron Lunsford for Tuesday of next week in the 1 o'clock hour. Every Tuesday, she's doing a live stream on her Facebook page to her fans. And next Tuesday, we're going to promote Aaron Lunsford's live stream. And hey, if I get to spend 15 minutes with Aaron Lunsford on the I Love CVille show, ladies and gentlemen, twist my arm, pinch my skin, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. So Judah Wickhauer, I want to learn about unrequested love. Is that how I say unrequested love? Do you have that queued up?
Unrequited. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, unrequited. 3, 2, 1, play, baby.
So this album came together. Some of the songs are 8 years old because I just haven't recorded in that long. But I'm really proud of it. It's songs of my family. It's songs about unrequited love. It's songs about coming of age in your 20s and feeling like maybe or not. But it's a lot of storytelling.
What is unrequited love?
Oh, when you just don't get it back.
Really?
When you love someone and they don't love you back, it's unrequited or unrequited. Some people say it like that.
How does that possibly happen to somebody like Aaron Lunsford? I cannot see that ever happening ever, Aaron.
That's very flattering. I guess it happens to everyone, though.
I think it absolutely does. I learned something. I loved her words. I loved supporting local musicians, especially around album release time. She's going to join us again on Tuesday of next week to spotlight the live stream. If there's something positive, and there's going to be many positive things that have come out of the coronavirus. I am a positive person. I will not let doom and gloom consume me. I will not give way to doom and gloom. One of the positives, and I highlight positives on this platform, one of the positives I'm seeing, many of this coronavirus and COVID-19, is musicians and artists are doing a lot more live streaming on their social media channels. This is a good thing, and here's why. It represents the democratization of music. When you empower, through live streaming, the small musician, singer-songwriter, and give them the same social media resources as the big one, you have an even playing field, and money and big-time corporate interests do not sway the musical ecosystem. And that's what's happening right now. Live streaming is the democratization of music, and it takes the power and control out of the record labels, and it puts it right in the hands of the musicians. One more highlight clip I'd like to highlight is Dave Fafara, Judah Wickhauer. Judah Wickhauer is our director. He's good people. Dave Fafara joined us yesterday. And Dave Fafara owns Shenandoah Joe's. He loves to say, I'm a Polak from Chicago. Dave Fafara does, owner of Shenandoah Joe's. He joined us on the program to bring a little bit of humor to your life. Judah, cue up that highlight in 3, 2, and 1. I freaking have huge cabin fever. Our personalities are very, very similar. Man, I thrive off being around people. And I'm trying to practice social distance. I mean, shit, we're doing this via Skype. There's nothing I'd rather be than sitting next to you and just kind of jacked up and feeling off each other's energy back and forth. We're doing this via Skype, so I'm trying to make changes. I mean, it's so tough, my friend.
And you know how good I am at Skype.
Well, you're doing a good job. It's working. It's working. Dave Fafara, I guess. All right, so let me throw this question to you. This is a real question. You're a Polak from Chicago, okay? So I can shoot straight with you, okay? I'm going to talk to you like I talk to my buddies when I'm sitting at the bar.
Okay.
What scares the shit out of you with this whole situation that we're at in Charlottesville coming out on the other side?
Which way? Personally, as a business? Or
all the above.
Okay, well, obviously, like I said earlier, we want everybody to be safe. We want everybody to be healthy. We don't want anybody to get this virus. We want everybody to wash their hands for 20 seconds a day, 50 times a day. Don't touch your face. Heed the rules. You know what? Go back to that book, what I learned. Back and read that book and reread it, because we learned how to wash our hands in kindergarten and when we were 4 years old, 5 years old. Okay, stay away. You know what? If you're not sure, stay home. Because a lot of people are doing a great job of heeding that law and that rule and stuff like that. But we still need to get out and get some fresh air. Take a walk around the block. Check your neighbors. Be neighbors to somebody the other day, and it was like the old school. They were at the end of the cul-de-sac. The parents were sitting on the porch, and the kids were all having a good time in the street. And be neighbors. Check in on them. Be friendly. Be cordial. I think in bad times it brings out the best of people.
Amen. Dave Fafara, guys. Shenandoah Joe's. A lot of good advice right there. A lot of good advice coming from the Pollock from Chicago. I think what we're going to learn and what we're going to try to spotlight on the I Love CVille show is the community has a lot of amazing people. And just like Ray Caddell, who joined us in the beginning of the program, said, we're going to sacrifice in the short term for the betterment of the community in the long term. I think that's what's going to happen. We've all had to make changes. And as a creature of habit, and I'm talking about myself, changes are really hard to do, at least for me personally. And it's come with loss of temper, lack of patience, lack of sleep, stress from the better half, stress internally for myself. And I will leave it at this. It's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. It's somewhere there in the middle. We're going to find the positive of that middle here on April 1st, 2020. I want to close with some news from the restaurant industry that broke my heart for a second. But then I realized it embodied the closure, everything that we're talking about today. Sacrifice in the short term for the betterment of the community in the long term. Judah, cue up Jenny Peterson on screen. Jenny Peterson is the fabulous owner of Paradox Pastry. Judah says she's on screen. She released a message today on her Paradox Pastry Facebook page. And she said, 16 years ago, I moved to Charlottesville with the vision of creating a bakery and cafe which would become a hub for locals and tourists alike. The bakery would be an open concept, something few, if any, bakeries offered at any time, providing an intimate connection between those creating and those eating. It would be a noisy spot filled with music, delight, humor, and fun. The public version of my mom's kitchen. Back to me on this one, Judah. I'm going to pause reading her letter for a second. I launched my business, an advertising agency, I Love CVille and V&V Brands, in part out of Paradox Pastry in May 31st, 2008, almost 12 years ago. On the upstairs portion of Paradox Pastry, I watched Jenny also launch her business. And two entrepreneurs running two very different businesses in one setting that was filled with positive energy, hope, brightness, possibilities in the future. And Jenny's always been just an awesome person. She continues in this letter and says, I come to realize, most through heart-to-hearts from family, that the risk of bringing it to them, the coronavirus, is not worth it. As a result, and my staff agrees, we don't want to be part of the problem. We don't want to transmit our families and our roommates. We are looking forward to seeing you after the dust settles, and we will continue to connect here. We're going to close Paradox Pastry for the time being. I'm going to close on this. When you close something that you've had to bleed and you've had to cry and you've had to sweat and you've had to fight tooth and nail for, even if it's a hiatus or briefly, it's like a knife to the gut. It's like a kick to the gut. It's like a punch to the heart. Your business, especially when you're a small business, is almost like an offspring or child to you. But Jenny Peterson is doing this for the betterment of the community as a whole, because she doesn't want her staff, her customers, and the people they come encounter on the supply chain to be affected, infected, and pass it along. That right there is impressive. That's Charlottesville. I'm Jerry Miller. It's the I Love CVille show. Thank you kindly for joining us on the program. Enjoy your afternoon.